Stoicism, rooted in ancient Greece, advocates for enduring hardship with resilience. On the other hand, Taoism, hailing from ancient China, seeks harmony with the Tao, embracing the natural flow of life. Two philosophies, two unique paths to wisdom. There are definitely some interesting parallels between Stoicism and Taoism, but also some differences as well. Some similarities that come to my mind. Both philosophies generally emphasize living in accordance with nature, conforming one's life and actions to be in harmony with the natural world. Imagine the Stoic sage facing life storms with unwavering calmness, and the Taoist adept finding tranquility in the gentle flow of the river of existence. These philosophies offer unique approaches, yet both aim for a state of profound inner peace. They are both concerned mainly with ethics in my view. Then again, so are many other philosophies. For Stoicism, this is fairly straightforward. But for Taoism, it may not be immediately obvious. Count the number of times in the Tao Te Ching that the author suggests a certain course of action that the sage might take, and you'll come up with a very high number. This answers the question, how should I conduct my life? Which is the question that gives rise to ethics in the first place. Related to the last point, both Stoicism and Taoism place a very high emphasis on virtue, although virtue means something slightly different between the two. Marcus Aurelius would use the term virtue similarly to how we in the modern West understand it, whereas Lao Tzu seems to use it in a somewhat more instrumental, practical way, like the healing virtue of a plant. Still though, they are both getting at something very similar. But there are also quite a few fundamental differences between Stoicism and Taoism as well. Here are some from off the top of my head. Stoicism teaches us to find peace and acceptance, to navigate life's storms with unwavering calm. The Stoics, from Seneca to Marcus Aurelius, believed in mastering one's emotions and finding tranquility amidst chaos. Taoism encourages us to flow with the river of life, seeking balance and embracing the natural order of things. Lao Tzu's wisdom guides us to find tranquility by aligning ourselves with the Tao, the essence of all existence. As these two philosophies clash, we witness a battle of perspectives. Stoicism challenges us to cultivate an internal fortress of serenity, while Taoism invites us to dance with the rhythm of the universe. Both paths lead to peace, but through different landscapes. Stoics have a definite conception of deity, whereas to find something like that in Taoism requires reading into things a bit. With Stoicism's view of man and the divine, you can see a definite move toward where Christianity will go with this topic. But in Taoism, if there is any sort of supernatural or cosmogonic content in there at all, it fits more into a pantheistic or maybe a panentheistic interpretation. Both schools differ quite profoundly on the question of what really exists. One can even go so far as to question whether Taoism, unlike Stoicism, addresses this question at all. Stoicism has a thoroughgoing materialist sort of ontology. Taoism, if it has an ontology, seems to have a much more dialectical and subtle view of what there really is. The Stoics made a point of emphasizing logic and reason, as did many other Greek schools since the time of Socrates. But I really have difficulty finding anything like that in Taoist literature. In fact, in the book Tao Te Ching, and maybe to a lesser extent, the Chuang Tzu, is there even a single argument to be found? This is to some degree an Eastern vise, Western philosophy thing. Despite the wealth of interesting ideas, there are not many reasoned arguments found in Confucius's Analects either. But as far as Eastern philosophies, Taoism seems to be the most mystical of all of them, with the possible exception of Zen Buddhism. Stoicism places great emphasis on worldly participation in politics, civic life, and the affairs of the state. Taoism, on the other hand, very definitely seems to shy away from this, although it doesn't suggest that one should avoid these things. All throughout the Lao Tzu is imploring the ruler to do less and explains how engaging with the world may not be the best way to understand it. Chuang Tzu explicitly rejected any possibility of becoming involved in politics. In fact, one of the things that sets Taoism apart from Confucianism is just this non-emphasis on engaging on a political level, despite the fact that there is political advice all throughout the book Tao Te Ching. I see quite a few ancient Greek philosophical schools as having interesting parallels with Taoism. The so-called Ephesian school and a few of the pre-Socratic philosophers have quite a few similarities with Lao Tzu and the gang. Diogenes of Sinope and the whole Cynic movement in ancient Greece have deep resonances with Taoism. So it is with the Stoics. They also share some similarities with Taoists, although I also see some important differences as well. We discover surprising common ground. Both Stoicism and Taoism advocate for inner peace, albeit through different routes. The journey is unique, but the destination remains a serene heart. Bring these philosophies into our daily lives. How can we apply Stoic serenity and Taoist tranquility in our modern world? From workplace challenges to personal struggles, these ancient philosophies offer timeless wisdom. Remember that these philosophies aren't relics of the past. They're beacons of wisdom for today. Whether you resonate more with Stoic principles or Taoist teachings, both paths guide us to a more tranquil existence. The choice is yours, dear viewers. Which philosophy resonates with your heart? The Stoics' serene resilience or the Taoists' tranquil harmony? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this enriching conversation. If you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, I've got some exciting news for you. We have a treasure trove of empowering content right here on the Roars of the Wise. Take a look at some of the snippets from our other videos. Whether you're looking for motivation, lifestyle tips, or a dose of positivity, our channel has something for everyone. Click on the playlist or video that catches your eye. Dive into our video vault and explore the empowering content we've created just for you.